Hey everyone, come sit with me for a minute. Not to be informed, not to be motivated, just to be heard, because I think that is what you actually need right now, before anything else. To feel like someone sees what you have been carrying and understands how long you have been carrying it. Welcome. I am glad you are here. Um, I want to say something to you, something simple. That I mean completely. You have been through enough, not in a giving up kind of way, not in a this is too hard kind of way, in the truest possible sense of the word. The kind of enough that means you have paid in full whatever this season asked of you. You gave it everything it required and more. You have struggled long enough, and something in the universe, something in the energy of what is forming around your life right now has heard that and is responding. Oh, before I go further, I want to acknowledge something that rarely gets acknowledged in messages like this. The cost of keeping faith through a long struggle, because it is not free. Staying open when life keeps closing doors. Staying soft when the world keeps giving you reasons to harden. Staying hopeful when evidence of hope is thin. That is some of the most demanding work a human being can do. And it happens invisibly, without applause, without anyone seeing how much it costs to maintain day after day the belief that things can be different. You have been doing that work for longer than was reasonable, for longer than most people would have continued. And you have done it without making a scene of it, without demanding that people acknowledge how hard it is. Just quietly, persistently, continuing. I see that. And I want you to know that it has not been invisible to the energy around your life. Even when it felt completely invisible to everything and everyone else. Before I tell you about what is coming, because I think you deserve honesty more than you deserve comfort right now. What you have been through was real. Not a test that was secretly easy. Not a struggle that only felt hard because you were not strong enough to handle it lightly. Not something that other people would have sailed through. While you barely survived, it was genuinely hard. The kind of hard that leaves marks, the kind that reorganizes how you see the world, how you see people, how you see yourself. The kind that asks something of you that you were not sure you had, and then you found it anyway. At the bottom of yourself, after looking for it in the dark for longer than felt survivable. And you found it? That matters. More than I think you have let yourself understand. Let me talk about the word overdue, because it is the most important word in this message. And I want to make sure you feel what it means, not just hear it. Overdue is not the same as late. Late implies that something missed its moment, that the timing was off, that something that should have been here simply did not arrive on schedule and is therefore somehow diminished, somehow less than it would have been. If it had come when it was supposed to, overdue means the opposite. Overdue means it was always coming, that the arrival was never in question, only the timing, and the timing, even when it felt cruel, even when it felt like punishment, even when you could not understand why something so needed was taking so long to get to you, was building something in the delay. Something that arrives after being overdue arrives with weight, with substance, with a completeness that something arriving right on time does not always carry, because everything you went through while you waited became part of what you are able to receive and hold and keep. I want to tell you what an overdue miracle looks like from the inside, because I think you need to know how to recognize it. When it arrives, it does not always announce itself. It does not always come with a dramatic moment, a clear before and after, an obvious turning point that you can point to and say, there, that was it. Sometimes an overdue miracle arrives so quietly, so ordinarily, that you almost miss it. A conversation that shifts something, a decision that opens a door, a person who appears in your life and changes the texture of what is possible, a moment where something releases, something you have been holding so long that you forgot you were holding it until it was gone. And the relief of its absence tells you what it was. Pay attention to the small things in the coming days, the quiet shifts, the ordinary moments that carry something extraordinary inside them. Because the miracle may not arrive loudly, but it will arrive undeniably. And you will know, not because someone told you, because you will feel it in your body, in that place that recognizes truth, before the mind has a chance to argue with it. Whew. I want to speak now to the specific ways you have struggled, because I do not want to be vague about this. I do not want to offer you a general comfort that could apply to anyone. I want to reach toward the specific weight you have been carrying. There has been financial pressure, the kind that sits in your chest like a stone. That colors every decision, every plan, every moment of joy that gets slightly shadowed by the awareness of what is not yet resolved, what is still uncertain, what keeps you awake at night, running numbers that never quite add up the way you need them to. That pressure is shifting. There has been relational weight, people who did not show up the way you needed, connections that drained more than they gave, loneliness that existed even in the presence of other people, because the people around you did not fully see you, did not fully meet you, did not love you in the specific language that your heart speaks. That loneliness is ending. There has been an internal struggle, the quiet war between who you are and the circumstances that kept asking you to be less, between the vision you carried of your life and the reality that kept not matching it, between the faith you tried to maintain and the evidence that kept challenging it. That war is resolving in your favor. I want to talk about what the miracle actually is, because I think there is a misconception worth addressing. People hear the word miracle and they think external. They think something arriving from outside, solving everything, fixing everything, making everything easier in one dramatic moment. That can be part of it. And for you, some of what is coming will absolutely look like that. A door opening, resources shifting, something material changing in a way that produces relief. Real, tangible relief. But the deeper miracle, the one that lasts, is already happening inside you. It is the miracle of someone who has been through what you have been through and has not become bitter, has not closed, has not decided that the world is against them and stopped reaching. The miracle is you, still here, still open, still pressing play on a message like this one, because some part of you still believes, despite everything, that something better is possible. That belief, after everything you have been through, is the most miraculous thing of all. And now the external is catching up to the internal. Now the world is beginning to reflect back what you have been holding privately all this time. The belief that things could be different, the quiet insistence that you deserved more than what you had been given, the refusal to fully accept that the struggle was permanent, that it was simply the shape your life was going to take forever. It was never permanent. It was a season, a long one, an unreasonably long one, but a season. And seasons end. This one is ending. I want to say one more thing before I let you go. Something personal, something I want to sit with you for just a moment longer to say. You did not deserve the struggle. I know that seems simple. I know it may even seem obvious, but I do not think you have fully believed it. Not in the middle of it. Not on the days when it felt like the difficulty must be evidence of something. Some flaw, some lack, some reason you were not receiving what others seem to receive more easily, more quickly, more naturally. The struggle was not a verdict on your worth. It was weather, difficult weather that lasted too long and asked too much and had nothing to do with what you deserved and everything to do with what you were being prepared to receive. Once it passed, it is passing now. The miracle is already in motion, moving toward you with the quiet certainty of something that was always going to arrive. That could not be stopped, only timed. And the timing is now. You have struggled long enough, and what comes next is yours